Okay, here's the famous Arecibo observatory. I don't know if you realize, but last month it caused some damage to it. There was an earthquake and it let loose some of the wires that connected. Some of the pieces fell off and damaged the dish that go to it. It's a huge radio telescope that we have, or used to have, and it had a concrete bowl down below it, which had become shattered, and this and the problem that ensued, of course, rendered it pretty much useless. I don't know if they're talking about trying to totally rebuild it or what. The towers are still there and such. Anyhow, most people will probably remember it from the movie Contact. It was written by Carl Sagan, and in the movie, Jodie Foster was there, Matthew McConaghay, and some other people, and she met him while she was looking at Arecibo, and they called it El Radar, if you remember in the movie and stuff. Anyhow, then she goes on to the other place and finds the signal, and everything seems to blossom from that. But this is some footage of actually the National Science Foundation, or NSA, cutting the wire due to a charge that's on it. It's going to let this thing go, and we've got two views on it. One view from down here, and then one other view from an actual drone that's right up there at it. Now this wire that's right here is supposedly the only one that's left. I believe that's the one. And whenever they let it loose, it shock waves over here, and after the whole thing lets down, that wire comes real close to being in front of us with the connector that's in front of it. Pretty cool little footage, but we hate to see something like this go. It's actually the world's largest radio telescope. So watch real close and you might see it. There it goes, letting loose. So it's suspended between these towers, much like, I guess, a rock and roll light show would be. There it is, and that cable just came off in front of us. So there were 3 cables hooked up to each one at each point, and multiples that were running to each side, and basically all of them had let loose during that earthquake, the way I understand it, except for one off that tower, and it's the tower that you see that's here. So amazingly, it even kept going, or was able to hold up till now. Here's drone footage from the Arecibo collapse. And this happened on the 1st of December 2020. And if you watch real close, you'll see these wires right here let loose to where there's only one left from it too, and then it gets let loose and shatters back as it looks the other way. And this again is a drone that's way up in the air right by that tower, and it starts to let loose. Pow! Boom! And then the last wire can't hold when that extra pull goes, and it shatters. And you can see it falling into the dish. Well, the dish was already damaged, but now it's quite a bit damaged, I guess you'd say, or well damaged. And I hope they do try to redo it in some way, I guess. There's not anything that takes the place of this size of a dish, and being a radio telescope that it is, L radar. And so, kind of odd that to see it go. But I do hope they try to make another one, perhaps right here again, or something even better to the next level that they could have done with this one. Maybe there's supposedly $8 million in lieu per year that hook up to this thing, but of course rebuilding it from this point would take at least 3 times that amount probably, in a one-time jaunt though. Anyhow, let me know what you think. Wish I could just do a collage of some of the pictures and some of the radio telescope graphs that they've gotten and information that they've gotten from this, but because it's been going for quite a few decades now and got a lot of information out of it. And the locals freaked out about it, of course, and they called it El Radar. Well, El Radar is gone now. Peace.